The most powerful construction worker in the world is back. I just hope he's Union.
This is my review of Thor: The Dark World.
In Thor: The Dark World, we meet up with Thor again trying to stop a new threat. An evil elf named Malekith trying to take this mystical force of energy of evil and cover the whole world in darkness, because I suppose that's just what dark elves do. And he needs to get it out of Natalie Portman's character because it sort of infects her like a virus. And Thor enlists the help of his imprisoned brother Loki to accomplish this task and beat the crap out some elves. Now, the Marvel Cinematic Universe to me is by far the most consistent franchise in movies right now. All of them are good or great, and this one, it's a minor entry in the Marvel Universe to be sure, but I found it very entertaining. What I love about this movie is that it is a purebred, ripped out the book, put on the screen comic book movie. It has no pretensions of being dark and heavy and looking out in the distance, why am I Thor? None of that. It's just a fun sci-fi adventure, and the movie knows this and has fun with it. It has a great sense of humor about itself. Director Alan Taylor has a great sense of everything going on in this movie, all the little pieces. He does some great world building. He does some very inventive action sequences that are just great, and particularly one that combines Thor with Portal, and he infuses that sense of humor into the action sequences. And he does have a sense of some drama. There's some great dramatic moments in here, but they're not made heavy and they don't hamper the rest of the movie. They're just very, every so often sprinkled in, and they make the stakes feel somewhat high, so you actually do care about what's going on. The cast is in top form in this movie. Chris Hemsworth, to me, has defined the role of Thor as much as Robert Downey Jr. has defined the role of Iron Man. He's just so charismatic and has such a presence that he just carries you through this movie. And Tom Hiddleston as Loki really steals the show here. He is just, you never know what side Loki's on, and Tom Hiddleston has such a great time playing all these different levels of this character, because what's so great about Loki is that he's got all these different things he's deceiving people with, but all of his facets of his personality somehow come from truth. The supporting cast of this movie doesn't fare as well because their characters don't fare as well, but they do their best. You've got Anthony Hopkins as Odin, basically reduced to a yelling old man. Natalie Portman, you know, her character's always just been kind of bland, but she does a good job playing it. The main problem in this movie, though, is Christopher Eccleston as Malekith. Literally the most boring villain of all time. They could have just called him plot device because he doesn't do anything. He's an angry elf who stares off into the distance, talks in some nonsense language to all of his other equally ridiculous looking elves, wears this stupid looking makeup, just walks around. They never give him any even remote semblance of a personality. He's just this dopey villain who just kind of fuels the plot. But honestly, this movie's so light on its feet that you forgive those dopey elements just based on how fun it is. Overall, Thor: The Dark World, it's not an earth-shattering, amazing entry in the Marvel Universe like Iron Man or the Avengers. It's minor, to be sure, but it's just got this great sense of fun to it. Everything about it is just so inventive and wild, and you see all these great new dimensions of Asgard and just all this cool stuff. That's really how I can describe this movie. Cool stuff. Nothing deep, but you know what? Not every superhero movie has to be Shakespeare. It's just fun. Don't go into it with any pretensions that it's going to be this epic, great film, and you'll really have a good time. I give Thor: The Dark World 3 stars out of 4. It's one of the better blockbusters I've seen all year. And that's my review of Thor: The Dark World. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'm Michael Fairbanks. See you later.